All right, I am here. All right. Uh, Let me get my chat up so I can see you guys talking. Bird does have an excellent beard. The beard. At least in his profile pic, right? I mean, I don't know where else it would be. All right, so skills. Hey, Ferd. Hello. Welcome to the channel. Sebadita Kawaii. Thank you for being here. How's everyone doing? How's this wonderful Saturday? Susan is in the house. We got some peoples today hanging out concurrently. Oh shoot. Did I spill coffee on myself? Today I'm drinking some coffee. Black, nothing in it. It's the only way I drink my coffee. Welcome today. Let me know how you guys are feeling today. Weather's pretty nice. No clouds in the sky here in sunny California. Looking bright. Oh, I forgot to turn on some lights. Not that it matters. I think I'm well lit, but let me make sure. There we go. All right. Chris Mikey, hope you're doing well. Oh, doing okay. I hope the move isn't stressing you. Ferd, it's unavoidable for the move to be stressful. It's crazy, but it's been nice getting rid of a lot of stuff. We've been selling stuff on, the marketplace out there, getting rid of bookshelves and things we don't need and books and stuff. So it's really nice to condense your life down into a pod size living space. But everything's taken care of, you know what I mean? I think, if looking back when I moved to California, I was younger and I cared less, so it felt less stress-free, but actually it was more stressful moving from Florida to California than it is right now to move from California back to the East Coast to Massachusetts. And it's mostly because, I'm more prepared financially, more prepared mentally. I know what I'm doing. I gotta focus, So I would say it's stressful, but as stressful as it needs to be. It's not any more stressful. And Sebadita Kawai. It's 10:30 p.m. Woo! What are you up to today? Tonight, Sebadita. Skills feeling crap, feel overworked, but gotta get on that grind. The little dab. Yes. 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 Jiraj, hello, welcome. Good to see you as always. Sebadita Kawai. I do not personally have a Discord, but I am on a Discord that you should definitely check out. Let's see if I have the link here. That's a Spitfire Storyboards Discord. It's pretty popular on there. Definitely join that. That's what I'm on. I'm way too busy to be managing a Discord and the channels and the stuff. So I'm really happy Spitfire's taking care of that, and I just hang out on that chat room. So Jiraj, no, not a new home yet. I'm still in the process of packing. It will be middle of July is when there'll be a different background. Well, it doesn't matter. I have a green screen, but there will be a different mood that I'm going to be having because I'm in a different place. All right. So yeah, Sebadita, join that Discord, hang out, do that thing. I'm about to take a shower as an animator. I vaguely remember something like that exists. BRB. Skills, you saying you're feeling overworked? Why are you feeling overworked? No, I mean, obviously, I know why you feel overworked because of the amount of work you're doing. Obviously, I guess. What type of work is overworking you? Anything you can talk about? Any projects? Oh, whew. Also, okay. Today, guys, you know, we're gonna spend, let's say, 5 more minutes on this intro here while we all hang out. Let me put a little timer on here. All right. We'll spend 5 more minutes on just hanging out for a bit here, talking to you guys. Sebadita, I love the dabbing emojis. I don't know, maybe dabbing's like out of style now, but I still love the action. It feels nice. Maybe I'm like, you know, not with the kids anymore, with the tickety talks. and the Instagrams. I'm just kidding. That's for everybody now. But I'm definitely not on Facebook, so I gotta make a fan animation to get more clout. Nice. Well, and I feel like I need to polish it a lot. Oh, I know that struggle. Diving deep into the little nuances of every mistake that you can see. What is the? It's a fan animation. What is the IP? What is the Is it a cartoon, a video game? You know, nobody makes fan animations about, I guess, lamps, right? Like, I'm a big fan of lampshades. So I'm gonna make a fan animation for all the different lampshades that exist, or fans. I'm a big fan of routers. It's a fan animation for the Linksys routers. But yes. Sabadita, are you happy? Yes, I'm happy to be moving. I'm happy to be getting out of this state, California. Not that California is a terrible state, you know, to each their own. It's a nice place. There's a reason a lot of people live here, because people like it here. But I'm very happy to be moving forward, getting jollier. I'm originally from the East Coast, so I guess you can take the man out of the East Coast, but you can't take the East Coast out of the man. You know what I mean? Or maybe not. I don't know. People move all the time and love it, so. Skills. It's a graphic novel fight. Nice. Okay, guys. Today, just we have 2 minutes left on this intro. So today, I'm going to be aimlessly trying to make some sort of 3D artwork. Honestly, I don't really have any goals for today. I've been pretty stressed with the move, so this is kind of more of a hangout, chilled out. You talk about whatever you guys want in the chat. I'll dive in. If you guys have any questions on Blender or anything that maybe I should try and explore, maybe to answer. I can't answer all your questions. I'm not a super guru, but maybe I can explore some of your questions and things you're curious about, things you want to accomplish. Definitely ask in the chat and just chat away. These live streams, you know, when I'm stressed, they become just hangouts, and we're just gonna hang out, make some artwork, use Blender along the way. Oh. So that's what we're doing. I think you've seen the animation in Spitfire server. Oh yeah, that's the one that he gave you some notes on. It's like I think I saw it. It was the fighting one. The motion was really fast. Like the camera was turning really quickly. And it was action packed. Okay. 1 more minute, then we'll get into the meat of this, guys. I don't know what the meat of it is. It's gonna develop as it goes. Maybe I'll open up like a project file. Maybe I'll open up this electricity one and then start trying to figure out how to make this viable for the commoner, for the normal person. Up the villa. How's it going? Good to see you, man. Hope you're doing well. Don't stress. Jesus says, don't stress. You are with friends. That is nice. That's a nice sentiment. Thank you, guys. I am amongst friends. Up the Villa, love this stuff. Thank you. Just so you know, Up the Villa, this is a very aimless stream today. I'm doing a big move from one side of the coast to the other, so... Ow! Okay, hold on. Sorry about that, guys. It's like really... That beep is like super loud on my end. So I have to fix that. Okay. So... Can you make backgrounds using cubes? Any structure? Yeah. Yeah. Let's do something like that. Let's just make cube stuff. Let's make some fun cube environmental stuff. So Up the Villa, or UTV, huh? Cool acronym, UTV. No, but yeah, this is a pretty aimless stream today. We're just hanging out. If you have any questions, please ask. If you have any questions unrelated to what I'm doing, please ask. Don't be afraid to derail today. Even though I usually don't mind a good derail. Whatever. But yeah, no specific goals in mind today, so just I'm gonna figure out. Let's just start fresh. Let's not do this electricity yet. Not just yet. Let's go to general. Yeah, that alarm is super loud. Took it off. Okay, so let's start this. Let's put on my screencast keys. And let's see if we can make... Let's just aimlessly aim and add stuff here, man. We're in Eevee, man. So let's go in real time. Let's only work in real time. Just because we can. Alright, let's make a big world, man. Maybe I'll throw in some of the shaders I already made. Cut the time in half from what I'm making, right? Get that toon shader in here. I've been meaning to rebuild that toon shader. I want to make it simpler, and I want to make it... Oh, I forgot to add custom properties to it. And I also want to make it so it has more options and effects and stuff. So that's what I'm going to aim for. Yeah. So anyway, maybe I'll just narrate as I go. Because this is just a common workflow for Blender and modeling that I always do. So what I'm going to do is I want this cube to sit right on top of this plane here. So if you look at the center here, there's the origin. It's a little orange dot here. It doesn't get bigger when you scroll in. Little yellow orange dot. I want it at the bottom. And to do that, I'm going to utilize this 3D cursor. You can always move the 3D cursor by holding shift and right clicking. You see that it moves around. And you could just click and hold it. You can drag this 3D cursor anywhere. We use that as a reference point, right? And I want this origin, right, to be... Right now it's in the center of the cube, so let's move it up so you can see what I'm talking about. Get this plane out the way. You know, well, at the bottom. So make sure... Let me take away this grid too. All this distraction, guys. We can take away this text. Let's take away the grid, the floor here. I think that's good. Okay. So yeah, hit tab to enter edit mode. Press 3 to go to face. Click on the bottom. Hit Control S. All right, this is the shift around this 3D cursor. Put the cursor to the selected. Whatever selected, that 3D cursor is gonna go right in the center. Now I know that this cursor is perfectly on that face, perfectly in the center. Now just go to Object, Set Origin, 3D Cursor. Boom. Beautiful. Let's bring back our floor. And now what I'm going to do is just hit Alt G. That resets the location. You'll see at the top here. It just zeroes it out. And these zeros, like location, rotation, scale, this is all dependent on the location of the origin, right? So right now if I scale on the Z, since the origin's on the bottom, it's gonna scale from this bottom half. See, so we could just make it really big, just so you know that origin has a lot to do with stuff. I don't know. So let's make some buildings, huh? Let's just make some random buildings. All right. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, let's make like sci-fi buildings. What do sci-fi buildings look like, right? They got like ridges and stuff. They got that's what a sci-fi building has, ridges. Okay, so let's get our lighting down so we can do it just so it's more interesting to look at, and for the passerbys, we're gonna color the light. We're gonna make it like it's a blue color. For the background, let's make it a gradient. So let's set up this world color. So I'm gonna open up another panel, and to do that, bottom left. What's interesting is that I know, as somebody who's been using Blender for a long time, that you hover your mouse in the bottom left corner and it turns into a crosshairs, and from here you can click and drag up and make a new panel. And to make it go away, you click and hold it and press down, and you can get the arrow comes and you can get rid of it. But before, I think it had an indicator on it. I think it had like a little ridge or something on it or something. Skill says, "Look what I found." If you're putting a link, Skills, I still haven't figured out why my robot gets rid of links. So put that in the Grease Monkey like text channel, and then I can post it on the chat, I guess. But if you have something to show, send it in the Discord and I will re-put it up on the chat, if that's what you're doing. Okay, let's make the background. I'm gonna open up a new panel, go to shader mode, click on this object, click on the word object, make it to world, and let's make a gradient. Also, I hate, you know what, I don't hate it, but there's always so much clutter, and I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it, guys. I'm tired of the clutter. Let's make a gradient. If I remember correctly, I think the sky texture doesn't work on Eevee. Let me make sure. So I'm gonna go to textures, sky, and I don't think this works. Yeah, the sky texture is supposed to have like, you know, it's supposed to look like a sky, and you're supposed to move the sun. Let's go to cycles real quick just to make sure to see what it actually is supposed to look like. Yeah, see the sky texture in like cycles, it has like the brightness at the top. You can make a sun dip, you can change the color. Ooh, you can make like some gnarly looking worlds. It's looking pretty cool. The dust in the air and the altitude. I don't know what that does. Is the sky like bluer in different altitudes? Shrek 5 2021. Is this some sort of joke? Skills? I'm gonna copy it blindly into the chat. Let's see. Let's see. I don't know. Anyway, the sky texture doesn't work in Eevee. It only works in cycles, and it's a shame. It's a darn shame, because I like it. I like it a lot. So let's go back to Eevee, because that's where we want to work. And we're going to make our own different sky texture. Evelyn, hello. Thank you for joining me today. Hope you're doing well, Mrs. Evelyn. Evelyn. Hope you're doing well. Alright, so instead of doing the sky texture, we're going to use a color ramp, right? So let's go to a color ramp and let's put it the colors that we want. So let's do blue and like, I don't know, a dark blue or something. We'll fix it later. we'll fix it later. And then we'll connect that into the background. Look at it. It's all one color, blue. So we want to be able to make this gradient go from top to bottom. So easy peasy wheezy. Easy peasy wheezy for anybody watching. Let's make this. Add a texture mapping. Beautiful. And then do a separate. Converter, separate XYZ. And just put it on the Z axis. And I think that should work, right? Isn't this not working? Oh, make sure this is ungenerated. See, if you look up, you can barely see. It is darker. So let's see if we can move this around. So I'm just gonna use the location. And there's our gradients. Alright, since we're using a blue light, I don't know. Let's just change this color to red. Some fancy looking colors here. There we go. Bum bum bum. So yeah, this is an easy world setup, guys. I use this stuff all the time. Texture, mapping, separate, color ramp, background, world, and just move your gradient however you want it. Okay, so this is like more fun to look at. Maybe this is a little harsh. Should it be like a different color? I don't know what looks better. Oh, did you know you can use Blender with people on the same project at the same time? Oh yeah, I think me and Spitfire were trying to set up one of those type of sessions. We were having a little bit of trouble with it, so if it got better and easier, that would be great, because me and Spitfire were having some trouble. Oh. All right, let's add some oomph to this light. There we go. Wish it worked online instead of local. Oh, me and Spitfire were doing it online. It's possible. It's just like a hassle to set up. Bum, bum, bum. All right. All right. I'm gonna make these buildings in a different way. I'm gonna subdivide this plane. Right click, subdivide. Let's get rid of this grid stuff. I'm done. And I'm gonna subdivide it, like, I don't know, a bunch of times. I'm gonna do select random, and then do deselect. There we go. We selected some random stuff. Did you use a VPN for it? Yeah, we had to use like some sort of like it got us like on the same network type of situation. It was like a virtual private network through some like website. It was a hassle skill. Like I don't know. We were frustrated with it. And we tried for a bit too. So all right, let's make this bigger. Let's put 10,000 on here. 1, 2, 3. You know, I even like how all these colors are playing together. I'm gonna make this light way bigger, and then make it super bright, right? Like hella bright, like 50,000. Just for now. Just for now. All right. Okay, it's a little hot. I'm gonna turn on a fan here. All right, let's see. I want to separate all these cubes. There has to be like a fancy way to do this, right? So let's do it. Let's see if we can figure that out. Like if I grab all this, oh my god, it's all connected. Oh, you know what? You know what this reminds me of? This looks kind of cool. Let's do a thing where, and I'm doing this from memory. I'm sure there's easier ways to do this. Let's do a thing where like an object is affecting, like maybe like a motion graphic thing. Ugh. So let's see. Let's see if we can do that. All right, guys, we're gonna start over, but we're gonna do the same thing though. Except, let's make a cube. Now that we got our lighting down, this is looking pretty sweet. Let's get an array up in here. Array. All right, we're gonna move this array. And then I'm also gonna turn on ambient occlusion. Because you'll see that for the end. All right, let's make a little motion graphic here. Let's see if we can make something pretty. Let's do 10 by 10, right? So let's do another array, but do it by the Y, right? Boom boom. 1.3, because that's the same thing, and we'll do the same thing. 10. All right. Good stuff. Good stuff. We got a 10 by 10, and we're gonna just apply this. So you can always just click apply and apply in this corner here. Now we have our array of cubes here. And now let's see, let's do a modifier. I kind of like the black lines when it's in edit mode. It looks kind of cool. Let's try. I just want to see what it looks like, a wire modifier. Wire, it's a modifier, right? Wire generate. Well, wireframe. I was like, what am I? Even thickness. All right. It looks pretty cool. I think we're going to be adding this wire modifier at the end. But all right, so we got our cubes. Now I want to move the distance up, right? So what's a modifier that moves that distance? Let's see. We could probably use deform or displace, and that will probably be the best. Shrink wrap, mesh deform, hook. Let's do displace. And for the direction, let's just do the Z. Right? Let's create a new texture on it. Let's go to this texture. And let's put something dumb like these clouds. Alright, so that's looking like we're going somewhere with it. It's kind of all wobbly. It's all going like a different direction, which looks kind of cool. Oh man, is there another modifier? Is there a modifier that just moves something? Is there a transform modifier? Let's see. I thought that, or is that a constraint? I totally forget this, guys. Transformation. Yeah, I like this, but I want to, because at the end here, what I'm going to use is I want to use the weight maps. And I think that's only in modifiers. That's why I'm not doing constraints. All right. So what I want to do is I only want to affect the top half of these, right? So look at that. So I have to select each and every single one of these tops. But to make this easy, I'm going to go into edit mode, go to vertex select, press 1, guys. Then go to wireframe mode. And now if I just select the top here, it selects all the tops. So if we go back to all our regular mode here, you see all the tops are selected. I'm gonna make a vertex group, hit little plus sign, vertex group. We're gonna call this cube tops, just to remember. Assign. I click on 1,000,000 times. And then I'm gonna select and deselect to show it. Garage is back. Welcome back. Quickest shower in the West. Alright, so let's now in the vertex group for the displays only put it to the top. So now our bottoms aren't being affected. It's only the tops. Which is good. Is this GeoNodes I see? No. Not yet. Not yet. I can't play around with GeoNodes live on stream just yet. I need some more studying. Or else it's just gonna be me not getting anywhere with GeoNodes. How are you doing with GeoNodes, Sharaj? Is it you having fun there? Is it fulfilling? There we go. Okay, so we're doing a little global space. Normal. Okay, now we're gonna add in an empty. And where's that empty? There it is. So we're gonna bring the empty to the center of this. And then we're gonna put the object to this empty. So now when I move this around, it just looks like it wobbles around. Which is, I don't know. It's okay. It's okay. But what I do want is this texture to be different. What's interesting is that, does it get bigger at the top? Because I don't want it to do that. I want it just to go upwards. Haven't tried it yet either. Only watch like half of a YouTube playing with these new toys. Yeah, the GeoNodes is definitely something you stick around and play with. There's so many good... I already see so many good uses for it. Alright, so... it's just the time when I wanted PS2 as a kid and never got it. Never got it. Aww. Okay. So what I find interesting about this is that the displacement, it moves. I feel like it moves it more than just the z-axis. Oh, it's on normal. Let's put z. There we go. This is making more sense now. So let's go back to this. Let's go here. There we go. Except instead of mom not buying it, it is a project that keeps me from these sweet pleasures. Okay, guys. So I got the modifier. I got the vertex group that only affects the top of these cubes. It's going only on the z-axis because I only want it to go up and down. It's being affected by this. The texture that we're using is just a dark texture because I want it to go all the way up. Now what we're gonna do is man, I haven't used Blender in a bin. I'm already forget it. Susan says, I'm liking learning GeoNodes. Yes, GeoNodes is great. I'm telling you, nodes is the way. I know it's like daunting and stuff. And you can definitely do everything that GeoNodes does without using it. It's just not as flexible and easily editable and all that stuff. So I say, you know, learn a little bit at a time. Susan, is that what you've been doing? Learning a little bit at a time? All right, let's go into vertex proximity. And this is how we're gonna affect this. So the vertex group is cube tops. The target, empty here. Geometry, is it faces? Normalize weights. Alright, I gotta get into weight painted mode so I can see what the hell is going on here. Let's go to weight paint. Alright, it's all blue. And let's see if we can figure it out. There it is. Got our weight paint going. There we go. Maybe something like this. Now we go back into normal mode. Now we got this empty here, and now it's like moving it all around. It's like woo, woo, which is pretty cool. Let's make it more noticeable though. So let's go into our displace and let's displace it like a lot, I guess. What's unfortunate about this method that I'm using here is that it's actually bending these cubes. So it's actually like a circle instead of just the cubes moving up and down. Once again, this could be done in GeoNodes. This could be done many different ways. I'm just exploring using this vertex proximity. And that's the fun in all this. Obviously, we could do it easier ways. All right, so now I move this empty. This is kind of interesting. It kind of moves around like a pimple or something, which is all right. So let's go to our weighted mode, see what this looks like. Yeah, you can see how this is being affected here. Normalizing the mode. Let's see, if we did a Fallout random, how does that look? Oh my god, that looks ridiculous. So let's see what this looks like as we move this object around. Which is kind of an interesting look. There we go. This is kind of interesting too. But let's keep working at this. There's something here. There's something building. There's something feeling good about this. I just need to figure out the right settings. And that's all Blender is. Looking for that sweet, super sweet setting. Okay. So alright, so let's change the fall off to sphere. And now let's move this around. It's kind of extreme. What I wish from this is that from this method, once again, we could do this an easier way. Let's see. We got the fall off, the influence. There we go. I mean, bulge inwards rather than upwards. But I want it to move up, though. What do you mean inward? So strong. Alright, let's normalize these weights. Let's see if we can do some like Alright, let's keep going. I mean, not gonna lie, I love what I see so far, so it looks super interesting. Thank you, thank you. Also, maybe we can add in... Is there like shadows on this light? I feel like there should be shadows that I'm not seeing. Or maybe the light's like way up here and not going to make any shadows. There we go. Alright, I forgot to add a material to this object, and right now it's just white. It looks cool though, but let's add in a material. And let's do something like artsy, you know what I'm saying? Real artsy. Let's try doing, I'm just gonna play with some different ones. Let's do refraction. And let's put this IOR. Oh man. And let's go into, make sure our settings for this is here. We got screen space reflections. Shadows. I do have shadows on. Do 1024. I bit that. Thought I had like a transmission setting in here. Maybe not. Or is that in this setting? Settings. Alpha blend. Here it is. Screen space reflections. Oh no. Subsurface translucency. Yeah, I mean the bottom of it would go up. Oh, I see. Like it all goes up together. No, I'm gonna keep the bottom there. Okay, so playing around with... Oh man, what's happening here? There we go. All right, so let's not do that. Let's do glossy. We can obviously do principal shader, which is always fun. Let's do glossy. And let's put this ambient occlusion up. Let's put to an unrealistic degree. Is it precision? Nope. Distance. Shade smooth. This is looking kind of interesting. So let's do something. So right now we have it on shade flat. So let's do shades, throttle shade, and let's add a bevel modifier. Do bevel modifiers cost a lot? Let's see if they cost a lot, guys. Bevel modifier. All right. And let's add in 3 segments. And now let's right click smooth. So this is looking nicer. So we'll keep that bevel. It doesn't look like it costs a lot. I bet it does though. All right, so let's go back to our displays. Take off our cube. I don't know what happened here. Hold on. Oh, this is what happened. This is what I wanted to take away. There we go. All right, let's take this influence away. Just so it's to a point here. Also, let's give some more room here. This is kind of fun here. All right, let's see what else we could do with these layer weights. So right now we have proximity on. That's all a lot of fun. We have 3 of them here, right? We got weighted normals. We got vertex weight edit, vertex weight mix. Let's go to edit. So let's move this just below the proximity. Let's pick the one that we want. And does this do anything? I can remove, group remove. I just made this thinner, so blap. All right. Bam, bam, bam. Also, guys, anybody in the chat, please let me know if you guys have any. What are you doing with your life? How is life? How is it going? How are you feeling? What are you working on currently? What are you eating? What are those foods? I'm hungry. Okay, so this influence, man, I wish it was some easier here. Let's go to weighted mode. Let's see what this looks like. Looks good. For right now, what we're gonna do is, just so we can keep moving, we're gonna go and just make a pedestal with this thing setup we have, and we're just gonna keep moving. Put something in the center of it. So let's put it right here in the center. And we'll put something in the center here to view. So that looks looking pretty good. For this texture, I'm going to do a color ramp on it. So let's just add in the principal shader. Oops, principal shader. And we're gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna hit Control T. Right, so we can bring everything here. But I'm also gonna put this texture and make it a color ramp. Color rampo. Alright, so that's looking good. Right now, this is technically white. It's just being lit by the light and the surroundings and stuff. So what I'm gonna do is put generated and do the same thing. I'm going to do a separate XYZ, put it only on the Z. Now we have like this dark bottom edge here that we can work with. And the tops, let's see what color we can put it here. Something that matches, you know, some dark purple here. Midnight snack and breakfast. Look at you on different sides of the world. What is a Tasmania breakfast? What is a normal breakfast for you? Out here in the good old US of A, we got like some sunny side up egg. You know, basically breakfast is like overfilling and the portions are like crazy. So like 2 eggs, bacon, a biscuit, you know, you can even throw pancakes on there. Like if you go to like one of our breakfast restaurants out here, you can get like so much food. You could probably feed a family of like 3, you know. Take some home with you type of situation. All right, so there we go. All right, so we got some specular from roughness in here. We got porridge, some good old delicioso porridge. Right. All right, let's put on. Okay, so we have our pedestal. Let's go into our camera. Hit shift and tilde, right? And we'll set up a scene here. You know what? Let's do something cool. It says for breakfast he made, or is this breakfast? Oh yeah, for breakfast he made a Silber. Silber? Kilber. Silber. Silber for the first time this morning. Breakfast, coffee. Oh yeah, Josh says that breakfast is just coffee. A liquid breakfast. And for which is a Turkish poached egg preparation. Ooh, that sounds like a fancy egg breakfast. Sounded delicious. So for I never do this. Let's go to camera. Let's set this camera to like orthographic. Would that look cool? It obviously looks ridiculous right now. So let's move out. We're at an angle here. And just so Josh says, Manfred, sometimes I wonder if I should ask you for cooking advice instead of animation advice. Sounds super delicious. Oh man, does sound delicious. Okay, so something I want to do right now is I want to center all these cubes, and from what I talked about in the beginning, we'll go to our array, or we'll go to our modifiers. I'm gonna disable all these modifiers for right now. I'm gonna go to edit mode, select everything by pressing A, and then hitting Shift S, cursor to selected. Right now it's in the center, the perfect center of all of the squares, so that's good. And I'm going to, and I wonder if this is gonna affect anything. I'm gonna move the origin to that center. So let's go to set origin 3D center and then hit Alt G. All right, we're back in the center. It affected our light here, so let's move our light. There we go. We got a nice little gradient going on. And I did this because I want the camera to essentially be controlled from the center. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a empty in the center. So let me center it here. I'm going to hit Shift A, empty, but I'm going to do a fancy empty. Let's do a cube just so I can see it. Make it maybe a little big. I wonder if this will affect it. And then for the camera, I'm going to name this empty camera control. Camera control. I'm also going to move the camera and its thing into its own collection. So let's move that. New collection camera. Cool. And I'm also gonna parent the camera to the empty, so we'll do that. Beautiful. Now I can control this empty and I can rotate this however I want, right? So actually let me undo that. Let me set up the camera exactly where I want it to be first. So I'm gonna go to the front orthographic. If you can see it, it's right here on the right. And I'm going to look at this and be precise with my numbers. So I'm going to do 0, 0, and then maybe negative 170. There we go. And if I move up and then rotate downwards. Oh man, why aren't I seeing it? Is my camera distance not far enough? Clipping ends at 3000. There it is. It was clipping. So there we go. We get it a little there, and then the distance doesn't matter in orthographic, so I guess what matters here is this angle. So let's do what is 90 minus 40. Oh, it's 45, isn't it? Okay, never mind. I brought out a calculator. It's 45 degrees. So I'm gonna put the x-axis to 45. Let me see where it's pointing. I can't tell. Make sure to put your clipping up way higher once you start getting to these big numbers. Okay, cool. So there it is. And I'm going to, is it zoom out, zoom in? I'm lost right now with this orthographic camera. Hold on, guys. There it is. Can I see anything? There it is. Once again, I messed up my precise numbers here. So put this at 0. That's good. -70, -70. There you go. Now this is perfectly center. Gerard says, this ain't fair. I got suddenly extra thirsty and a huge craving for milk. I need water and want milk. Are there different types of milk people drink out there? We got cow milk, right? We got goat milk. Honestly, that's the only milk that I know. Are there other types of milk though? Cheese milk. Horse milk? Okay, this is sounding gross. Never mind. Okay, so since I have the cube, now that I have the cube control, now I'm gonna move this into its own collection. Call it camera. If I can spell that right, camera. And then I'm gonna parent the camera to the null. I call it a null because of After Effects. It's called an empty here. It's an empty. And then now I can rotate real perfectly and precisely the way that I want to. So let's do something at an angle here, like 45 degrees. So that gives us a perfect diamond shape. So I think that works. I think another thing I want to do is I want to be able to move this camera and it always look at that empty. So let's put in a constraint. So under object, so for the camera, under constraint, which is, this thing looks like a log to me. Object constraint properties, it looks like a log. What I can now see that it's 2 gears and it makes like a gear shape, but to me that looks like a piece of wood or something, like a wood in perspective. Okay, so let's put track 2 and we'll track to the camera control. Let's move this camera around to see if it works. It does. It's always looking at it now. So now when I'm in the camera and I want to move around, does it work? It does. As it starts to break. Okay. So cool. We'll do something like this, like an angle like this. And then we can always make it a lot closer by putting the orthographic scale. Alright, now we'll go to our arrays and we'll turn everything on. And we'll make sure that our empty's in the center, the one that's messing with the cube. Let's put the cube in that and also into a collection. Let's put ground. Boom. Let's put this array in the center, Alt G. There we go. We got this going on. I'm kind of liking it. To affect this more, I can always just go into the cube, go to modifiers, the edit here, and then we'll mess with this. Maybe it should be like a bigger pedestal or something. I don't know, it being reversed looks kind of cool too, so I don't know. So instead of sphere, let's do something like custom. Can we do something crazy? Let's see. There we go. So what I did was I just used a custom curve. I just made my own curve for the thing going up and down, so I think it looks kind of cool. So yeah, we'll keep on going. Also, what is this thing here? Is that my light? All right, I'm gonna move the light higher because I don't want to see it. And I'm gonna also make it just point downwards. Another thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make my camera a square. So let's go to this printer settings here, output properties. We'll do 1080. Or maybe it's better wide. I'm not sure. Okay, cool. So let's mess with some of the settings for this material. Let's see if we can add I don't know, add some more panache to it. Let's see if adding a texture to it will make it look good. And we're just playing around now. So hit Shift A, go to texture. Let's try a Musgrave. A Musgrave texture. And I'm gonna use a color ramp so I can control it. Color ramps are the staples of these nodes. Color ramp. Can use adaptive displacement on this. Probably a bad idea now that I think about it. Adaptive displacement. That is that the one that renders afterwards? Forget what that one is. Let's put the roughness here. I can't even tell what's happening. Okay, it's giving it a weird texture. Let's put a node here. Under the roughness, maybe the object. So that's looking kind of, I guess, interesting. And I say I guess very lightly here. I guess it's nice. So we added some texture to this. But what if we just added it to the color instead of like the transparency? So let's do a color mix. And we're going to mix these two here. Is my computer breaking? Oh, look at that. Looking pretty weird. Alright, so let's try a couple things. Let's try doing like add. Maybe that's fun. And let's make this real tiny, right? So let's put the scale down by a lot. Maybe that gives it a cool flare. Let's see when we can start seeing it. There we go. This looks so funny. Let's try different ones. Let's do multiply. That's looking redonkulous. Okay. Divide. That looks weird too. How about color? Alright. We're gonna go back to normal. What we're gonna do is we'll put it into specular. Is that something? You guys, I'm just playing around here. We'll put this to roughness. But we're gonna have to keep moving though. Put it onto roughness. I like that it kind of has like this interesting look to it. Let's change this texture to some different stuff. What if we added a wood texture instead? So we'll move it to, what is it? Wave texture. And put it on the Z axis. I can't even tell. Is that there? Oh, that is there. Or if we put it huge. Alright, so this is kind of interesting. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make it animate. So let's go into convert, combine XYZ. We're gonna put this right here. And I'm going to do input value. And I'm gonna put frame divided by 20. And we're gonna put it on the Z. And we'll do negative frame. And we're gonna make it divided by 5. By the way, I felt like a complete hacker man today. It might be the acycles feature. It is in subdivides only in the needed regions that are affected by displacement. Yeah, I think it I mean, maybe an Eevee, but I know what you're talking about now. Ferd says, maybe I should start animating food. Most definitely. Ingenious. All right, cool. So we have this, I don't know, these kind of like light bands animating through, which are kind of fun. But we'll see how they continue to look. We'll keep messing with this here. What if it was like on metallic? Let's see what that looks like. What if we reversed it? All right, maybe not. Let's go back to putting it on the roughness, which I think works. Or maybe emissions. Is there any emissions here? Let's see. So that's looking crazy. Let's flip it. Let's make it a real thin line. I guess we could make it thin with this color ramp, but I think we could just do it with this scale. Right? This is looking ridiculous. So I like this, but I think it's a little... Maybe reverse would be better. Maybe not reverse. Maybe making it less potent. Maybe if we put let's put a bloom on it. This is gonna look great in bloom, right? It's not. I guess it's not in emissions. All right, but let's actually make it emit. So to do that, we're gonna take it off. I'm gonna add in a mix shader. Mix shader. And we're gonna put this up top. Up here. Because it's going to mix between this and an emissions. So let's put the emissions on here. And put this at the top. Now we have the same effect, except now I should be able to have the bloom effect it, yes. An animated cooking show. All seriousness, I love anime food. It sounds super fun, by the way. Ferd, you could hypnotize us with that. Oh man, I wish I can hypnotize people. I would use my power for good. I'll be a superhero who hypnotizes. It's like you will be very happy. You will enjoy your life and the things that you do in it. Life is important. All right, so this is looking kind of interesting. I think I just need to... There's something about it that I need to fix, and I just don't know what. There's something, there's like it's like missing detail, so I'm trying to figure out the detail here. I'm gonna take detail to 0, just so it's straight on. And I'm gonna add a math node here. This is how I'm gonna control the detail, I think. And we're gonna do it with power. And then this is how I make the... The only thing I don't like is that it goes... it like flickers at the top. Okay, cool. So it doesn't flicker on the top. Now I will add a distortion. And then I can also animate this detail, I think by rotating, right? Nope. Rotating it on the Z. Maybe rotating it on the X. Ah, it just doesn't look that good. Jiraj, oh yeah, and today I slapped some version tags on Blender logo and made a bunch of Blender icons for versions 2.79 and 3.0. They are on Sister's Discord community shared files if you're interested. Jiraj says, life is important. Said by Deadman. Well, Deadman is right. But yeah, I'll check out those icons. I'm curious. So this is looking kind of cool. The white obviously not looking great, so we're gonna use a color ramp on that as usual, and that's how we'll color it. So we'll do a color ramp. Also, I'm gonna pause it before my computer implodes on itself. Let's add this here. We'll add in a color ramp. And we'll add in texture coordinates. Let's see if that helps at all. Let's see if it helps, guys. Maybe this is not the way to do it. I forget. Let's change it to a different color. Maybe like a lighter version. Oh, this might be it. And then we'll change this to blue. There we go. This has more of a gradient to it now. All right. This texture on here. So I was hanging out in the live stream yesterday for a guy who did some pretty good Moho tutorials, and we talked about 2D software. Me mentioning Blender Grease Pencil. Oh, and he was like, "Of course, I've also been following the development of Moho Anime Studio Pro for years, almost as long as Blender." Nice. I know we've talked about Moho before. Hold on, let me figure. What's Moho stand for? Moho software. Hold on. Moho animation software. Okay. I've seen it. I've seen this. You know, not sponsored, but you know, looking through the website here. Looks pretty fun. The most powerful 2D rigging on the market. Let's see if they have like a showcase of things that they've done. Oh no, this is just features. Ah, they got some fun rigging. Animate with physics. Blender has this. I'm just kidding. This looks pretty fun. Almost as long as Blender. We've used it for small projects, just Moho. It started with Moho, then changed to Anime Studio Pro, then back to Moho. It's got a pretty good rigging system. You mentioned it a few times on the YouTube now. Yeah, and it looks pretty good. I mean, their showcase looks really good too. Cartoon Saloon has used it for some features like Song of the Sea. Interesting. Alright, let me see if I can... what was I gonna do? I was gonna use another... Oops. That's not what I wanted to do. I'm going to use another wave texture, and I'm going to use a math node, and I'm going to convert the coordinates from the mapping to the wave, and then insert it into the vector here. See See what this makes us. Kind of interesting. So let's bring this to the top. And now let's put a different texture here. Dexter's Moose Gravy. And let's put this here. Let's try some different ones. Multiply. This is weird, but it looks kind of interesting. What if we put it real large? Let's put this on object. See what that looks like. And let's also do it on the Z-axis. So never heard of Moho? We'll definitely check it out. That same studio used Blender and Moho for Wolfwalker. Let me check that title. I heard Wolfwalker is a really great movie. Bird says, yep, Wolfwalkers. They have a trailer on YouTube. Gerard says, it is on my to-watch list. I haven't watched it yet. Same here. Wolfwalker, guys. So you're saying that they use Blender and Moho for this. Wolfwalker. Wolfwalker. Ah. Super fun. And the makers of Song of the Sea. Oh, that looks like a lot of fun. And Secret of the Kells. I haven't seen Secret of the Kells, but I have seen it on a list. Sounds terrible. Because, like, I haven't watched it. But yes. So, pretty awesome. Gotta check that out. Gotta watch more animation, guys. That's my issue. I'm not paying my due diligence for animation. Alright, so this is looking trippy. What was I originally looking at? Let's see what this originally looked like before I started messing with it. Oh, that's right. Oh, but that flashing. That's right. And then I wanted to use this on the Z axis and then see. Okay. I remember what I was doing now. Okay, how about the Y axis? How about the X axis? I was doing some research for, oh, by the way, a few weeks ago I had kind of a sad realization. I was doing some research for my written work for school. Do tell, Daraj. Do tell. Hopefully it's not some existential crisis, which I love to think about. But what's your realization? Okay, so for right now, I'm going to keep this original. I'm going to just keep it at the line here. And maybe I'm doing it at the wrong spot. Maybe I should add in an after. Maybe this should turn into a mix RGB. We'll do something like multiply. We'll multiply the whole texture on there. See, notes can start getting complicated, especially when you're playing around here. I get it. Why aren't these mixing? Feel like these should mix. Alright, let's try texture, wave, Z. Alright, we're getting too caught up on this. Let's keep going. Sometimes you just gotta keep on keeping on. So bring this here, bring it out, bring it back to its original state. Add in some distortion. And maybe change this to a different different saw triangle, maybe. No, let's go back to sine. Also, I messed up the scale really badly. Looks ridiculous. All right, so let's bring this distortion down. All right, so then I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna do another combine, put it on rotation, put it on the Z. We'll probably create one of these, another one of these, but just add in, oh my god, that was silly. Copy, paste, 50, and put it here. Okay. Okay, we're just gonna keep moving. We can always edit this later. We're gonna put something at the top here. Let's see what we can put up on the top. Oh, we should save this, right? Let's save it into stream. Okay, so let's read this chat. Let's see what's happening with Jiraj here. I was doing some research on my written work for school, and I wanted to mention one of my main inspirations of why I started learning Blender and love grease pencil. It was this thing is scrolling, so I missed it. Hold on. I want to mention one of my main inspirations of why I started learning Blender and love Grease Pencil. It was a scene done by Daniel M. Lara in the early stages of Grease Pencil. This is the cliffhanger. Drop the shoe, Ferd said. It's a scene from a trailer called Kairos. Ferd says his stuff is damn cool. All the Pepe Land stuff is amazing, and he's such an integral part of the Grease Pencil development. Okay, gotta make note of this guy's name. And just then I was just then I was doing the research. I realized that work in Grease Pencil is just recreation of a scene, even though it's said in the title. Also, it's a recreation of another scene. Okay. I thought so long it was original. I mean, it's still super cool that it's possible to do in Blender, but I did like it quite a lot because of the design and choreography. I don't think I did. Wait, is it about hand trying to return to his body? Ah, the Pepe Land, yes. Okay, so you made a realization that you were watching an animation that you in the early stages of Grease Pencil, and then you realized that they were just recreating a scene, and it wasn't an original scene created by the Grease Pencil creator or that guy. I saw Grease Pencil. Joe says, "Yeah, I think I saw it, but I'm not sure if I saw the trailer for the whole deal." Oh wait, was it like rotoscoping? Interesting. All right, so let's add something in the center. I always like putting diamonds. We could put a rock generator. Look at that. We have a rock generator. If you guys don't have a rock generator, what are you doing with your life? What are you doing? I'm just kidding. I've never used it before. Is it in here? I think if you go to extra and go to extra objects, it's added here. So make sure that's added. I think there's a so let's use the rock generator, see if it's any good. We're gonna pause it. We're gonna make this cool. Rock generator. So let's hide our thing here and let's make the rock here. Here it is. Here's our rock being generated automatically. Let's mess with some setting. Number of rocks. Oh, there's 2 rocks. Oh, where'd it go? What? Why does this keep coming back? Oh, the rocks are within themselves. Okay, so we can't even see all the rocks while we make them. So we're just gonna make 1 rock. And we're gonna see what this looks like. Deformation. Oh my god, why does this keep coming back? All right, let's erase this rock. Let's bring back all our icons here, and we're going to deactivate this entire thing here, and now make the rock generator. Okay, here's our rock, and we can deform it different ways. It's pretty interesting. Okay, I'm gonna shade smooth. Oh, it's gone. My settings are gone. So let's go it again. Mesh, rock generator. We have a different scale of rock. Oh my god, this is huge. So let's bring this back to 1. Maybe 3. Maybe 3. Interesting way to create this. This rock generator is okay. I think it like flips out way too often. I don't know how I feel about this rock. Don't mind the sirens in the background. If you can even hear them. I don't know if it's... Yo, this rock generator is not happening for me. Alright, let's try something else. Mesh. Let's just try all this extra stuff here. We got rock generator, single vert. The round cube. Everything is a cube if it's round enough. Everything's a round. Everything's a different variation of round. Everything is either the default cube or not the cube. Alright, so under extras. We got beam builder, wall factory, simple star. I always like my diamonds. Let's see if we can do some crazy stuff with a gem. We like the gems. So let's bring this gem up. And I want to scale the gem from the pointy point here. So that's where I'm going to put the origin point. So moving it now. And now I'm scaling it up. We all like diamonds. All right. So let's see if we can move our camera around to a more adequate space. Maybe move this out a little bit. And then move our cube up to here. We don't need to see it. All right, cool. Let's start texturing this diamond. I love jam. And Ferd says that's a song. Oh my god, is my computer... Okay. Every time my computer freezes, I'm like, the stream, it's dead, it's over. We aren't gonna make it. We aren't gonna make it alive. I love peanut butter and I love toast and jam. An album, I believe. Okay. What type of jam is it though? Okay, I'm just kidding. Let's try some different stuff here. Let's make it metallic, specular. Put the roughness down. Let's change the color to something that's more readable. Let's see if we can add in some our man Grease Monkey blinging it up. We're doing it. Let's see if we can add something interesting here. Also, let's put a camera here so we see what this looks like as we're making it. Render. There we go. All right. Also, I wonder if I change the, instead of using an empty, we'll use the diamond or the gem. Something like this. Oh my god, this I gotta see it in wait mode here. This looks like a crater. Okay, so if it's like this, let's bring it back to the empty. Where is that empty? Here it is. could we just do this? Rotate the empty. I feel like I'm doing something wrong here. Geometry. Oh, vertex edit. I want to be able to animate this because I think it looks kind of cool when I move it on my own. But moving it up and down, not gonna work. The gem in Indiana Jones swipe, but you defeated the trippy alarm thing. That's an excellent sound effect you did. It's my working sound. It's in my contract that I have to be able to do it, or else I ain't working on anything. I don't care if it's Marvel. Sound effects necessary. Okay. Let's see if we can do the thing that I want to do here. Object. Is it another display? Should I put another displace? Is that what's gonna help me out here? So we got two displaces going on. Damn, I put a lot of textures in here. Empty. Okay, maybe this is gonna work, guys. Maybe. We got two displaces going on. Look at these things wiggle. These are like ridiculous. All right. So I'm gonna rotate this with a frame divided by 50. Maybe 500. Oh no, maybe 70. I'm also gonna change the color here to be something more extreme. But we got some wiggling going on. Josh says, I felt like a hacker today because a while back I downloaded a script that adds a function to a Google Sheet that counts colored cells, and I modified it. Jiraj going into the source code. Hacker man. He's unstoppable. Unstoppable. Super hacker man. I'm just messing with the proximities. Let's see, normalize weights. Gosh, so it would only count colored cells with a specific word in them. That's pretty cool. Basically, add one if condition. Susan says, I am like that with nodes groups, Raj. So, I love to be like that with, I would love to be like that in nodes. Susan, that's awesome. Like, connecting nodes. It's like you're opening up the hood of Blender and you're just connecting all the webbing and vines and veins of the program in there. All right, what if we added a wave modifier? Took out the displace. All right, let's choose some different colors here. I don't like these colors. Let's go to hue and let's try some different ones. Put the value up. Maybe it's the background I don't like. There's something happening here that I'm not enjoying. All right, let's stick with this for right now. And let's do the same thing over here. Let's add in a hue, color, hue, saturation. Oh man, these cubes are really affected by the light, so. All right, let's go back to our camera. And let's take an alpha orthographic. I don't like it anymore. All right, put this to cube. And let's put the orthographic camera to like 100. Let's bring this back out. Let's bring this in. And let's move our camera around. Oh, we have it attached to with a constraint. If I remember correctly. Cannot move it around too much. So let me unparent it. So that's Alt P. Clear parent. And take off the constraint for now. What is this even looking at? Okay, it's looking down. Oh, I have to take off the constraint entirely? Okay. There we go. Right. There we go. All right, let's change the colors here. I'm gonna mix two things here. I'm gonna mix a glossy, and we're just playing around now. We're gonna do glossy emissions with a glossy shader, and then we're gonna put a layer weight. Gonna do Fresnel, and then we'll change this to a different color. We'll put the roughness down. And we'll bring the emission up. For the layer weight, we'll put a color ramp. See how we can make this really shine. Here we go. Maybe facing would look better. There we go. Okay. This brilliant diamond is looking better. Looks like it's really glowing now. I like it. We can change it different colors. Let's see if adding a color ramp helps with the coloring. Oops. Copy, paste. Change it to a different color. There we go. Interesting the way it's being colored right now. Let's do object instead of generated. Or let's do a separate. Let's separate X, Y, Z. We'll do the Z axis. See, I'm always using this X, Y, Z. Now it's from top to bottom. And then we can move this to the top. Right. Maybe we could flip this around. Oh, we got a nice little gradient on here. Maybe we can lower this a little more so it's not too strong. Put this back to generated. There we go. I'm pretty tired. Gotta go. Nice chatting with you guys. Thanks for the stream, Grease Monkey. Good one. See you, Jiraj. Take care. Thanks for joining. Always a pleasure. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you hang out, and I appreciate you, man. Have a good night. It's probably like 4 a.m. over there or something, right? You always go to sleep so late. Oh man, people like the diamonds. You know what I'm saying? Diamond stuffs. Okay, so let's now that I got the diamond looking like better, let's mute this hue saturation, and let's go to world and let's mute this one as well. Let's go back to something like this. There we go. The only thing I don't like about this is just that it stands still. This should be like this. You can kind of see it. It's hard to explain what I mean. Well, I guess I could do this. Make it go up and down on the mid-level. So let's do that. So let's do negative. Nope. Do a hashtag. We'll do a sign. We'll make a parentheses. We'll put in frame. We'll divide it by 10. And let me disable the wave and stuff so we can see what the hell's happening here. Alright, so definitely needs to go up higher. So we'll do plus, or is it -5? -5. Maybe -6. -10. Okay, and then for the up and down, if we divide it by 1, it goes way too quick. So we'll divide it by 5. All right, and then let's see if we can times it by like 2. Maybe times it by 6. Okay, maybe times it by 5. This is the same ones I use all the time. Sine, cosine. Okay. I never use cosine though. I'm just kidding on that one. There we go. Now we can put back our wave. It's not synced up, but I think it works for right now. Okay, so let's. Oh man, I've already been streaming for. This was not an hour stream, was it? Almost 2 hours. Okay, I got 10 minutes until an hour. So let's see if I can wrap this up to a degree that I enjoy it. What I find interesting is this particular material for the diamonds. So let's see if I can duplicate the same one, the same material. Let's call this gem actually, and we will add the gem material onto this, which is ridiculous, but we're gonna duplicate it and call it ground. I like it. It's just like super bright though. There we go. And we should probably shift the colors. Let's do it a cheap way. Not always pretty, but we could do a hue saturation, shift it. It's like so vibrant. We can even make it more vibrant, like make it real dark. You can control the vibrance with the value. So let's do this. Alright, so I'm gonna hit backspace on all this just to actually I'm just gonna erase that. Add it again. Bring the value to 2, or I can control the value here, and then I could just choose the colors from here. So let's just choose some different colors. These are some psychedelic colors. Alright, let's see if we can get an interesting shot here. Alright, so what is this guy at? At 8? So I'm gonna make it go up and down. And to make it go up and down, I hit a little hashtag. Since it was at 8, I'm gonna do make sure to add 8 at the end. So this is gonna be sine parentheses frame divided by 5 plus 8. Alright, so what if we rotated it? Another degree. Alright, so we'll do frame divided by 50. This yellow is not a good color. This is good here. I like it. Can even make this instead of white. Well, instead of this being black, we can make it white. So it has way less effect on it. Let's see what this looks like without some of this. Maybe I'm overdoing it here. Just to make sure. Just gotta make sure. There we go. Maybe subtler is better. Let's make sure this already starts in the wave. So we'll do that. Here we go. All right. That's looking a little better. Looking a little better. What if we erase the ones I don't care about? So just the displays. What if we did this to just the tops? Interesting. Well, it's cool. I can move it around. And it affects all of it. Alright, so what if we added an array to this? Is it just going to duplicate it? Oh yeah, it is. Hey man, what if we had one more array? And we do it the other way? Alright, now we got 4. 0.3, no, 0.1. 1.03, and then this one go 1.03. I think that's the distance. And just to try it out, let's see if we apply these. Apply. Now when this guy moves around, it affects all of it. Oh, so slow. We're going back. We're going back to 100. Okay. So for the wave, we're just gonna make the wave a lot higher with the height here. Is it the height? Is it the width? I feel like I could be higher, but it's probably with this fall off here. Hold on. So this is a pretty neat effect. It only affects things outside of it, so that's pretty cool. Let's see if we can get a good shot of this somehow. Maybe my camera lens is way too close. What if we did 28? Super distorted now. Do 45-degree angle. Maybe we can just see it. Let's bring it back to reverse. Okay. I gotta finish this up. I gotta get out of here. I gotta take a nap. So we're just gonna leave it like this. We'll get the rotation down. We'll move it up here. Oh, you can see this plane here. What is this? Race is plane. Oh man, maybe to get the desired effect, to line it up perfectly, I'm going to 68, 0, 45. I think that lines it up. Oh man, it's gonna bother me forever. Maybe not. Just have to make sure that my camera is right on this corner here. Right there. Go, we got it lit up, looking super bright. Let's make sure we don't have any different colors we want to do. Hue saturation. Okay. All right. I think I'm calling it here, guys. So I hope you enjoyed this hangout. We were just hanging out. Chad and Jiraj came by. Susan was here. Bird, always a pleasure to have you here. So it has been real good. I appreciate everybody here. This lasted way longer than 1 hour. It actually lasted 2 hours. So Susan, I hope you have a wonderful day. Ferd, I hope you have a wonderful night. And anybody else in the chat, please, have a great day. Say your goodbye. You just added the math node to your stream length. Multiply 2. It's exactly what happened. Evelyn, you have a great day too. Goodbye. Take care. Hope everybody is doing great. Let me go into my outro here. My goodbyes are so long. Take care. I'll see you guys. Do my move. I'll probably do one more stream next Saturday, but then on the Saturday after that, I'm gonna be on the road off to the East Coast, so I'll probably have to skip that stream, and that's it. So I want to have a wonderful night, guys. Have a wonderful day. Take care. Good hangout.